So we have a sister who lives in a predominantly white neighborhood, not sure where exactly in the United States, but she's going to talk about her experience with the folks and how she's not being acknowledged, how they would rather talk to her pet than her, and all of those things. You know, the things that they like to do to hopefully bank on you being uncomfortable and eventually leave that neighborhood. Take a look.
So for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been living in a predominantly white area. Grew up in a predominantly black county. Went to school at a HBCU, so on and so forth. And then as an adult, I decided to move to a predominantly white area. I like the area. I like all that it come with, and I feel comfortable living there, and I still do. Palm colored people are not so comfortable with me, and no matter how long they see me, they still are not that much comfortable. They would rather have conversations with my dog and never acknowledge me. Like, I'd be like, dang, you would really rather talk to an animal than to talk to me. And I used to be offended, but now I'm like, girl, go ahead. Sometimes I do snatch my dog and I keep walking if they make it like a thing. Like, you're not gonna keep talking to my dog. You're not keep talking to my dog and not acknowledge the mama. We ain't even doing it like that, because you know what you're doing. They also do little things like jump scare when I come around the corner. Like, am I frightening to you? Are you afraid? They'll do things like not hold the elevator. Sometimes I just put my hand in there and open the elevator up. Like, did you think you thought you was about to leave me down here? Open this elevator up. I pay rent. Of course not speak. Sometimes we see each other in a hallway. Like, they will like look at the ceiling, look at the floor, look to the side. Like, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Because I'm comfortable and I ain't going nowhere. You're uncomfortable for what?
So she mentions that she snatches her dog up sometimes. I would do the same thing. I'm a dog owner, I'm a dog lover. And if I'm walking around a neighborhood that I live in that's predominantly dominated by the folks, you're not going to talk to my dog and not acknowledge me. Oh, no, you will not disrespect me that way. So, nobody, if you're not talking to me, you're not talking to my dog. That's the first thing. She also mentions that they jump scare, like they're frightened when she comes around a corner or whatever. Uh, I would just keep it moving. That's on you. It's between you and your devil. If you're scared at the fact that a black person, appears in front of you. And then she also mentions them not holding the elevator for her, and she's putting her hand in to like get in. Listen, don't hold the elevator for me. I don't need to ride up in the elevator with you. So I wouldn't be offended. Go ahead. I'll let me go have the elevator all to myself where it will smell fresh and all of those things. So I wouldn't be offended by that either. Okay. What they are banking on, what a lot of the folks are banking on when they behave this way, if you're a black person in a neighborhood they feel they are the gatekeeper of and that they own that neighborhood, is they're banking on you being so uncomfortable that you will pack up and leave. And I'm glad that she's not doing that, because she is just as worthy of living in that neighborhood as they are. Okay? She mentions going to an HBCU, and sounds to me like she's a very successful person. She's been there for some years. So, no, she's not going anywhere. If they are uncomfortable, they should pack up and leave. How about that? And this sister, as long as she's not being harmed physically, they can carry on with that nonsense all they want. What she should do is just ignore them. Instead of worrying about them looking up at the ceiling and everywhere else so that they don't acknowledge her, she shouldn't be trying to have any kind of dialogue with them. She mentions that she's like, oh, hello, hello. No, don't do that. No, no, don't do that. You don't need to talk to them. You don't need them to acknowledge you. You just need to mind your black business and keep it moving and be as great and as excellent as you are. They can just mind their white business and they don't need to acknowledge you. You don't need any validation from the folks. Okay? So, as I said, as long as they are not harming you, as long as they are not uttering racial slurs, verbally attacking you or physically attacking you, or, vandalizing your property or any of those things, which, by the way, I experienced growing up in a neighborhood that was affluent and we were the only black people. And they were hoping that by doing all those things to us, we would leave as well. And by the way, that was in the racist province of Quebec. And We didn't leave, we didn't go anywhere. What we did was we fought them back. And eventually they realized, you know what? They're not going anywhere. We can either leave them alone, respect them, or move ourselves, which they didn't do. So, whatever happened in the end is that they ended up starting to respect us. Okay? Agree to disagree, but you couldn't run us out. So, I say that to say it doesn't sound to me like she's experiencing any of those things. So, as long as you're only dealing with them not acknowledging you or wanting to ride the elevator with you or not wanting to talk to you but talk to your pet, those are subtle things that who cares? We don't need any validation from them, as I said. We don't need them to talk to us. We don't need to ride up in anything with them and their lack of hygiene selves. So, sis, just carry on. Carry on. You'll be all right. You'll be just fine. You just keep being the beautiful, excellent person that you are. Let me know what you all think about this, brothers and sisters. How would you feel if you were living in a neighborhood and this is how you were treated? Would you do what I said? Just ignore them. Don't bother with them. Be grateful that they don't have anything to do with you. Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Until next time, I shall see you again. Until then, please be